20th of June, 2186. This is the 50th entry for this journal series. 50 entries into this for Super Earth. 50 entries of dives. 50 entries of different information. A few stories from other divers. My own insight, knowledge and stuff, and changes and just how this war has been going against our enemies. God, 50 entries. It's crazy to think about that, to be honest, in a way. Like, just having dove on the different planets that I have and everything, and all the enemies that we fight, my fellow Helldivers, and people we have saved and everything. It's a beautiful thing for Super Earth, for managed democracy. It's just wonderful. And start off here, I'll just say, here's to 50 more, and more than that. I hope to be around for them. Sweet Liberty knows, and Lady Liberty and democracy itself knows of what'll become of me in these days. But until then, I'm going to keep diving and doing my part. Recently, major orders are to liberate some squid planets. As of this journal entry, we have Basquin 8, I believe it is. I believe that's the name. Yeah. Basquin 8 has been liberated and taken care of. Sanjus is still in the works, though, for this time. I believe there is still a little bit of time left. I would have to check the console on the Super Destroyer, but it is still possible. We've also had some nice changes from the ministries and Super Earth with some stuff that we have chances for more to be had through this galactic war. Now, to not dive for Super Earth anyways, it sounds ridiculous. I'm aware of this. We all love liberty. We all love Super Earth. We all love managed democracy. So to not dive would just be insane. And very undemocratic. And I believe if you're listening to this and you say to yourself, well, I'm not really diving for Super Earth and for managed democracy, then if that's the case, Truth Enforcers have already been notified and they are en route to your location. So, good luck to you. But, no, High Command has issued and just given us some more opportunities for different equipment and gear that hopefully we'll be getting in the future. And that's promising in my mind. Like, the war effort has obviously been very, very helpful. And we have been pushing on all fronts as well as we can, fighting every front. We've got our bug divers taking care of the from the galactic map, the eastern section to the right. The bot divers are doing their thing to the west, to the left of us, and then squid divers, you're down south. I just got back from a defense mission to believe rescue some colonies. There's rockets going off and stuff, so I was just there to shoot squids in the face. So yeah, our job isn't to do too much thinking with this type of dive and what we do. But yeah, just got back from that, so I dive on all fronts. It's my preference. It always has been and always will be. Certain days I have a craving for certain enemies against managed democracy, and I still do my best to contribute for major orders. However, I will admit a lot of times it is SOS diving for me. I enjoy bringing that support to my fellow Helldivers when it's needed. I will always enjoy being that extra set of hands, that support for you and for all Helldivers. all democratic Helldivers, all liberty-loving Helldivers, all Super Earth supporting Lady Liberty democratic-loving Helldivers. That can't be stated enough. Anyway, I just enjoy the variety of it all. Pushing for major orders, some solo, most of the time try to get within a group and be with my fellow Helldivers as best as I can, but it just depends on the dives, the days, the times, and just how it all plans out. But yeah, I make it work. I do my best on any front that I'm on. Now, recently, I've heard some rumors from some other Helldivers regarding to some offset major orders coming through, but it seems as though it has already been granted by High Command and the ministries in Super Earth, so that was at least a good blessing that we have. But just talking to some fellow Helldivers, it sounds like they're going to be diving to save some of our youth, citizens, children. It sounds like mostly they're trying to save a lot of children with some of the bot fronts and bot attacks. So I definitely have a plan to be a part of those dives. I do not have my permit for children, the C1 form, I believe it is. I apologize. It hasn't crossed my mind much. I've been so busy on the front, and I didn't expect that would even be a possibility in this life, because I feel like I'm married to Lady Liberty, as she has betrothed many of us Helldivers and been a part of all of our lives. So, of course, why would you not want that lady in your life? But there is still our citizens to take care of and fellow Helldivers to help and support. So, believe it's a higher ranking officer that is sending that request out, that is calling for the divers and everything once that time comes. So I will be joining in on that to the best of my abilities as much as I can. Hopefully I'll be able to squad up some of my fellow Helldivers, take out our enemies, take out the bots, and save super citizens and save children and everything. So I will say this on this journal entry now, but Lady Liberty, please bless me for this coming up. And may I be able to shine strong with democracy and with my fellow Helldivers out in the field for those things. So, Lady Liberty, bless me. And thank you for being by my side as I dive and support. Yeah. Since this was the 50th journal entry as well, I did listen back on some of the past ones, just interesting, and I've made notes for myself of just kind of the nice variety, and it's fascinating. Not only just like how these entries have changed, how this journal has changed and adapted and grown so much, but like I'm thankful for the people and the other Helldivers that have their hands on this. It's crazy to think about, like, and I hope for more. Like, I am currently recording this and looking back through this information, and it's fascinating to see and just hear what everything was, and just how things went. Like, wow. Just wow. Like, it makes me thankful that I started this journal. And I'm always going to hope that more Helldivers will be able to add their own entries, and I can keep gathering information from them, keep adding to it on their behalf, and at their behest. Divers ask me about stuff. We have different discussions and information, and I try to include what I can when I can, and that's part of why this is adapted. It's not the same as what I was doing before of, oh, just here's my loadout, here's what I'm wearing, here's my beautiful fucking cape on my back that we all get to wear. Oh, sweet Super Earth Lady Liberty, thank you for that. But there's just more to it than that. There's just the adaptation, and if we don't adapt, well, then we may falter. And that's why we have our ministries, though. Ministry of, science, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Prosperity, all of them, of intelligence. Like, they are what help us to adapt and grow. And it's also the stories and the insight that we can gather from our fellow Helldivers. As you speak to your fellow Helldivers, do not take lightly what some of their information is and how they speak and what they say. Some of those divers have been on the field far longer than we have, even I have. And I feel like I've been doing this for a decently long enough time as is, and I want to continue to do this. And inevitably, my name will be on the Wall of Martyrs. I know this. I'm aware of this. But how can you not love passing for Lady Liberty and for Super Earth? That's what we do. That's what we're here for. That's our goal. That's our strive. That's our push forward. We take out our enemies and we expand and we gather resources. We continue to grow. But when you're out in those battles with your fellow Helldivers and you get the chance to speak with them, learn from it, gather from it, push forward from it, grow for yourself. Be a stronger Helldiver, be a faster Helldiver, be smarter with your diving, be everything. Try out different equipment and gear. We have such a vast variety, and it's all for your taking, Helldiver. Drop from your Super Destroyer and do everything you can. But here's to 50 more and beyond for entries. Until then, and always beyond, I'm going to continue to dive. So good luck out there for Super Earth and managed democracy. I hope to dive with you on the planets.